All right, so it is our last day of class. As you can see, that was my daughter. She's 13. This is what happens when you work from home. We have specific instructions about make sure you knock first, but I'm sure you have similar situations in your own locations as well. All right, so this is where I've been working all summer. This is what my at-home office looks like. My daughter that was just in here, she also does ballet, and because we were on lockdown for so long, my husband built a ballet bar for her so she could do Zoom ballet classes. So this is a multifunction office, but I'll show you. This is really where I wish I was. So we're gonna do this because next week, this is hopefully we all get to enjoy just a little bit of downtime before we return to campus. So classes start on the 26th. I hope that I get to see some of you in person. I'll be there. I am doing another intro bio lab, but primarily the class that I'm going to be focusing on for the fall semester is biological oceanography. So if you plan on taking that class in the next couple of years, then you will definitely get to see me again. Perhaps also Intro to Marine Science is another class that I teach regularly as well. So hence the tropical location in the background. I clearly like the ocean, but actually anything in nature I really like as well. So as our last day, we only have one chapter that we're being introduced, and it's kind of a little review of information that we've already introduced with animal development. Just this goes into a little bit more detail about things like cleavage and the early development of animal embryos. And part of why I like to include this chapter is it does set the stage for some kind of important concepts, a little bit of added information regarding developmental biology. This is really a fascinating class that Dr. Osovitz teaches, and it's relevant regardless of what discipline you're interested in. If you're interested in pre-health professional areas, the animal development gives you a lot of good information for the human body, but also we use a lot of marine models. So sea urchin embryos, or some frogs are not marine, but different frog embryos provide good models for humans, and so it's also interesting to kind of look at the marine representatives as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you today's content. Looks interesting here. All right, so you should see my Google Chrome screen. All right, so we've already done Tuesdays. So we are on Thursday, the last day of our class. And so the content is chapter 52. I'm gonna click in here just so you can see. There isn't an enormous amount of information here. I just have 2 videos for cleavage and gastrulation. And those topics. For today, we have chapter 52. The Smart Book assignment is really just those 2 sections from chapter 52 and a little participation assignment. Also, our last exam, exam 5, is in here. And as I indicated earlier, I didn't make it longer, so it does include more chapters, but it's not an extremely lengthy exam. It's still only 65 questions. You can finish it in 1 hour. Remember, you can use your notes page for the exam to assist you, and you have until 9 o'clock tomorrow to complete that. So just as a reminder, you do want to make sure that you finish all the Smart Book and participation assignments by tomorrow, Friday evening at midnight. The course is over for the weekend, so I need to have all the grades. I need to have your grades completed so that I can properly enter your grades into Spartan Web so that you can get it on your transcript properly. So please make sure that you check the grade book. I've been updating that. All of your brochures have been graded, so you have a good indication as to what your current grade is prior to the exam final. Excuse me, exam 5, it's not a final. One thing that I did add, I'm gonna stop sharing this because I don't want to show it to you because you'd see other students' grades. But one thing, so 2 things that I added to the grade book. One column is for, it says CPS certificate. So that would be the extra credit points. If you have not already sent me their certificate of confirmation that you completed the course perception survey, please go ahead and do that. If you have already, then you should see that I gave you 2 points on in that column. If you did email it to me and you don't see those points, please just re-email it to me and so that I can update that for you, so that is properly reflected. Also, I added a column which, once I'm done with everybody's grades, it's called final grade. So that column will, you know, show the proper grade from A, B, B, C, C, so on and so forth. So I will actually, once all the grades are in, you will have the total column, which will show your total points in the course. But in order to reflect that back to the actual percentage out of 100 points, I wanted to make it clear that, so that you really understood, you know, what does this look like in terms of points, because I know the scale sometimes is confusing, and if you have like a 90.7, what does that actually mean? Which is the AB range. So I want you to be able to see what that grade is so that it's not surprised when you get it on your transcript. That is, I don't have any, I don't have a poll for us today or any common misconceptions. This material is kind of a little, just bit of a review or in-depth information about what we've already covered. So for this, we are done. This is our last class. I feel a little sad that this is the end and that I never got to actually meet you in person. So I do hope that I get to see you in person in the fall. I realize it will be a different type of fall than we've been used to in the past. I'm curious to see how it goes and plays out as well. But we'll be there. We'll be there, and I think it'll be nice to get to interact in person, even if we all have masks on and are at a distance from one another. So that's everything I have for you for actually this semester. If you have any questions or concerns about grades or the last exam, please let me know, chat box, email, etc. I'm happy to work with you. And I hope you have a fantastic little break before the semester starts. And if you don't really have a break, I hope you at least have a good weekend. So thank you for a great semester, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Right. Thank you.
Good. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
I do have a quick question, Dr. Wagon.
Awesome.